Today we're going to be reviewing Another Day by David Levitin. I think that's how you say it. It's the second book to Everyday, which I haven't read. I just read this book. Basically, in this book, it's about this girl. Like, she's in a relationship with this dude, and she's kind of like struggling with like finding some time away from like the relationship because like she relies on him a lot for like connection, and she, even though she has friends, she pretty much does everything with him. Like, she doesn't know how to separate herself from him and do things on her own, basically. And even though they like care about each other and stuff and want to like help each other do like their problems and stuff, like the guy, he has a lot of stuff going on with his family and himself. So like he's kind of like struggling with like his self worth and like feeling like he don't really matter, or feeling like people are like against him and that they're just trying to make things worse. And even though the girl's friends is like happy that like she's like found somebody who like loves her, they still wish that like she will be able to like do things herself and not like focus like so much attention on him and like have everything like centered around him, basically. So like that's also kind of like one of like the conflicts too. And her mom is kind of like struggling too because like they don't really actually like spend a lot of time together. Like they don't really do like any like mother daughter things like going to the mall or going out to eat. Like usually almost everything the daughter does like revolves around her boyfriend and her relationship. Like it doesn't really revolve around her friends or like stuff or like self care or anything. And usually, what the girl and her boyfriend and her friends do is like they go to like a lot of like parties and stuff to like hang out with like other people. And when she's at the party, she meets this dude. She doesn't know it then, but like afterwards, it was like this dude that was in another person's body that was talking to her. And so like they end up like becoming friends and like discovering new things about each other that they didn't know before. And when this does happen, at first, like she doesn't believe the guy and thinks that like he's like there's something like wrong with him mentally, or maybe he's like trying to play some joke on her. But then like he ends up like in her boyfriend's body, and then like when she asks her boyfriend about like the night they had and like on like what they were doing on the beach, like he can't remember a single thing. Like he can't really recall anything. Like he can't recall anything about like the special moments they shared. And so she starts to realize that there might be like some truth to his words. As far as the main character Ryan Nunn, I think that's how you say it, and her boyfriend Justin, like I feel like their relationship was mostly like a relationship of codependency because like she feels like she can't leave Justin because like he's going through a lot of things. Like he's not really like fully himself. Like he's happy one day and then the next minute like he's going through it and he don't really want to be bothered. So I feel like she's mostly there because she feels like she can fix him and like help him get better. Even though like the longer they are together, the more like conflict it causes, and like it's obvious that like the relationship is not really working and it's becoming a turn toxic. The guy who can like go into like other people's bodies, like they start to like email each other and like meet up, and like it takes a while for her to like start trusting him. But like even though like they haven't even really like known each other for a long time, like they haven't like already had like established friendship, he starts to like fall in love with her and tell her that like Justin's not the one for her, Justin's not no good, and that like she should be with somebody who like actually like deserves her and like is like in the right like mental space to like actually deal with the relationship and be there for her and be able to bring something good to a relationship instead of bringing negativity and making things like harder for her. The thing about Brian and the guy who goes by like meeting up is it started to like cause like tension in like her relationship with Justin because then like she's spending more time with them and not really like contributing to like the relationship she has with her boyfriend. So like her boyfriend feels like left out and she's like hiding something for him, or like she don't really want to be with him, and that like she's just out of it, not really like paying attention to him or like anyone else for that matter. and like her friends started like notice it too. And then like later on in the book, A finds out that like there's other people like them, and like they're not the only one who like can like be in a person's body for a day. Like there's people who like can be in somebody's body and not actually care about the somebody that's like who had the body before them. Because like when they're in the body, you're basically like taking their lifespan away and taking like all like the time and like memories they have. So it's kind of like a dangerous thing. But like A was like that ever since they were born, so it wasn't really something they could control. I would say as far as character development go, Ryan does actually become like a stronger person and like starts to like stand up for herself. Because as like A is like being in other people's bodies and being like all these like different people, whether like a female or a male or like non-binary, like if they don't really have like a determined gender, like like I said, it starts to cause conflict in their relationship with Justin, because Justin like ends up finding out about it because like she was with A in like the school when they were in another body, and like Justin like sees it and like thinks that like, oh, Brian is cheating on me, oh, she's a horrible person, oh, she's a slut. Then he starts like being like very like mean and cruel to her, and like acting like like she like did something like so bad and horrible to him. Now for the character A, as far as his role in the story, I feel like it can be like both positive, negative, and then that sometimes like neutral. Cause like again, like they were like this ever since they were born, so it wasn't something they control. It wasn't something they could handle being in like different people bodies and waking up a different person every day. But like A believing that like them and like Ryan can make it work, even though like they be like a different person, they can't really like predict who they're gonna be next. It kind of like makes things hard because then it's like A is kind of like dependent on Ryan for like their happiness and thinking that like they can like actually achieve like a romance together, which and it could be achievable, but at the end they decided to just like stay friends and just like to start over and that like they never met, so it could make things like easier for each other. Even though Ryan's friends don't really understand why they can't like meet like I mean not A's, but Ryan's like lover or like or whoever they were like supposed to be with, like that wasn't Justin. Like they start to like support her more and like be there for her. I mean, they were kind of already with her before. They just wanted her to like get out of her show and stop like depending on Justin so much for her happiness and like find happiness like within herself, like happiness for herself that's not like dependent on like relationships, whether that's romantic or like social or maybe even family relationships. I feel like the like ending is actually like really good because like it shows how like in like certain situations, no matter how much you love a person, they're just like isn't like the right time to be with them, or they might just not be the right person for you at all, and you might need to like go through like some heartache and pain before you find a person that like you can actually spend the rest of your life with. Because like at the end, like when Vernon and they are trying to act like they just first met, like the last line is like, even though she likes Alexander, she wants to find an A and like she wants like a connection with him. But at the same time, that's hard because A, changes like different bodies and like doesn't have like a permanent body like that they inhabit. So it's not really like possible for that to happen, even though that's what she desires.
Sorry, get over here.